Sherman Kemp and not Jose. And so the first thing that he thinks is, if I put the bond up for this guy using anything other than money, he's going to run. I don't want to fuck with it at all. So he tells Tote, I ain't going to grant the power to get this guy out. Goose calls home. His wife explains, listen, it's a problem with the bond. He's getting really hot over the phone. He's cussing her out. He's telling her, listen, it's $200,000. Get me out. Get me out. His big concern is this money that was left with Ronnie. The money that was left with Ronnie, only two people knew about the money, him and his friend Nellie. Ronnie takes the car and parks it back in front of 10 Deco Wharf apartment where they initially left to go to New York from the start. She takes the car, she parks it, she takes the key, she puts the key on the tire. Goose being that central booking, anyone can have access to the car because the car is unlocked. Well, it's not unlocked, but the key is on the tire. And if anyone's seen Ronnie put the key on the tire, they roll out $500,000 easily. Well, the next morning, Goose calls Vanessa, and he's worrying her, get me out of here, get me out of here. Well, Vanessa is taking advice from Goose's close friends, which is Maurice Phillips and Mark Harris. Maurice is in New Jersey, Mark is in D.C. Another gentleman by the name of Anthony Ballard, who was one of the guys who was more culpable to Goose, they all go visit Vanessa. They tell her, listen, Goose telling you to pay $200,000 to get him out. Don't do it. The Fed's going to come, and they're going to lock all of us up. Vanessa, taking the word of these gentlemen, decide, okay, I'm going to get a lawyer, and we're going to get him a bail review, which is a habeas corpus, and hopefully that the judge reduce the bond. The judge that Goose goes to see is Judge Glenn in downtown Baltimore. The lawyer he used is Jimmy Gittimer. Jimmy Gittimer persuades Judge Glenn to give Goose a bond of $1.3 million. Judge Glenn, he tells the prosecutor, I'm going to give this guy Sherman Kemp a bond because I don't know how the agents are attributing the drugs that they found on Kenyon Street to him when the person who actually owns the property wasn't arrested and nothing in the documents state that Goose was the owner of the house or was even seen in the house. The only thing that the feds knew was a Honda Accord pulled away from a house on Kenyon Street. Not knowing which house, they raided 3 houses. And that's where they came up with the narcotics and the seizure of the $1.whatever million that him and Maurice fell out about. Well, Jimmy Gittimer, he wins. He gets this judge to give him a $1.3 million bond. Goose bonds out. When Goose bonds out, he tell everybody, hey man, listen, the bail, it was nothing. It was $75,000. But I remember him relaying the story, how pissed off he was because as he sat in the jail with a $2 million bail, he sat for 7 days. And everyone who sat at the jail with him was wondering why this guy can't get out on a $2 million bail. He's supposed to be such a big shot. Is this guy faking or did he really have money? And that's the thing that was pissing Goose off. And he called home to Vanessa and he threatened her. If you don't fucking get me out, when I get out of here, I'm never talking to you again. Vanessa was just following the advice of Goose's friend Phillips. Phillips told her, listen, if you get him out, everyone's going to jail, including you. Well, she didn't want to go to jail. She had 2 small children, so it was listen to my husband's friend or listen to my husband and create a problem for everyone. So she gambled. She told Goose on every phone call, listen, we're just getting the signatures together. We went to see Milton, told Milton they're doing the paperwork. You're going to get out in the morning. 7 mornings later is when he got out. Well, once back on the street, Goose decides, okay, no longer on the run. Everybody already know about the arrest. It's been publicized. It's big talk. This guy's back.